Musings. This is my life. Yes, this is my life. No, this isn't my life. We get stopped in our tracks when we're taken aback, surprised by a series of turn of events that change our life in a way we didn't expect, we didn't plan for, we didn't think of, consider, and most importantly, we aren't prepared for and we don't like. We get stopped in our tracks because we remain stuck in our original dream, so much so that we cannot fashion a new one. Isabella got married and had two beautiful kids. She agreed with her husband to stay home and manage the household, the children, the family affairs. Her husband held a very stressful job with high income. When the older child was 12 and the young was 9, the father, Isabella's husband, dropped dead. That's not what Isabella thought about or planned for or was prepared for. She's been away from the workplace for 13 years. Her kids need her even more now. She and her kids are grief stricken. What does your new dream look like, Isabella? I don't know. It's like my imagination and excitement ceased. Katie, an independent, confident, strong woman whose heart sings all kinds of romantic songs. Despite what she conveys on the outside, she got married despite knowing him since high school. As a husband, the man operates as someone she least expected. He's absent, prides himself in being practical, sentiment does not touch his heart, compliments anyone and everyone but his wife and kids, has misogynistic mindset and attitude, especially at home and in his comfort zone, insensitive in his comments, a pessimist, more like a robot than a romantic. He gifted her on their anniversary what his dad used to gift his mother. He refused to celebrate birthdays on the day of the birthdays in order not to feel obligated or accused if he forgot. He dealt with the kids in a very old-fashioned, closed way. He brought home the income that supported the family, and family time for him was either good eats or movie. No chatting, no interest in hearing about anyone's life, dreams or challenges, an impulsive spender who values junk, tasty food over health, talks disrespectfully with and about his wife when they are having an argument. Katie had two kids. Both have two sides when they deal with her, a soft, loving, supportive side like Katie, an aggressive, rude side when they are upset like their father. Katie lost her job, and no matter how much she tried, she wasn't able to secure another one to gain her financial independence. What does your new dream look like, Katie? I don't know. It's like my imagination and excitement ceased. Jeff wanted a big family and an energetic wife. His initial dream was to have 4 or 5 kids, have a big house, maybe in the country. His wife is an amazing cook, a smart woman in handling the family affairs and the household needs and finances. Have a truck or a big family car, do a lot of family activities together. He holds a good paying job. He does the handiwork needed at home by himself. They build a house by themselves, almost in terms of doing it piece by piece while involving the kids as well. So everyone feels included and everyone shares and everyone contributes. That was the original dream. Jeff and his wife watched the kids grow and leave home. Jeff and his wife keep their big family home loving, warm, inviting for their kids. And later the grandkids to come visit weekly and of course during the holidays. Jeff and his wife continue to have a fabulous bond until the day they die. Half of Jeff's dream came true. He got the wife, the 4 kids, the house, the job. But his wife wanted her own friends, her own job, her own interests, her own life. She kept pulling away. It aggravated Jeff. They started arguing. The kids, seeing that, pulled away too, to avoid witnessing the conflict. Before long, Jeff was in his backyard alone, working on his lawn by himself, and the big house turned into a place with various islands where everyone stayed in their own island or room, and the family structure broke. The kids each swore they never want to return back to this ghost-like home. Jeff's wife is happy and content in her own world, while Jeff remains stunned. What does your new dream look like, Jeff? I don't know. It's like my imagination and excitement ceased. And the examples are so many. Rob got arrested and spent 7 years in jail. This certainly wasn't his dream. Ruby has a lieutenant family whom she can never trust or get along with, and they relocated to a new country where she feels no sense of belonging. This was never her dream. Brenda had an accident and she's now on a wheelchair. This wasn't her dream. Her dream was to become a ballerina, very unique in her style, and the world watches her with awe. What does your new dream look like? I don't know. It's like my imagination and excitement ceased. Upon shock, our imagination and excitement do cease. We shut down and operate from a survival mode. It's a trauma response, but oftentimes we don't know it. Oftentimes we refuse to acknowledge that it is in fact a trauma response because we want to believe that we are stronger than our challenges. Now what? When it becomes hard to dream a new dream, all that we can do is to break free or release our original dream. Or do something. Take one action. Any action that takes us one step forward, either in our health, in our mood, in our career. Then take another action, another step, then a third one, and so on, without rushing, without hinging our happiness on it, without long-term commitment, just one step forward followed by another step while maintaining our balance. How do we maintain our balance? Well, by holding no expectations. It's very hard, easy to say, very hard to do. But by choosing to release the grip of the past frustrations and disappointments of the past dream that has never come true, by always looking ahead and releasing all the grudges, regrets, blaming of others, bitterness, by investing in what makes us happy, well, healthy, moment by moment. Then what? A pathway to a new dream will loom ahead. And there, at its sight, we will find our excitement glowing back inside of us. Your decision to walk creates the path ahead. I'm going to say this again. Your decision to walk creates the path ahead. What if? What if we keep taking steps but we end up in a loop, or we never see a pathway open? It is indeed possible to end up in a loop. If this happens, acknowledge it, shake it off, and take a different action. Change things up, try new ways until you break the loop. Just stay aware, because it's easier on the weary heart and mind to form a loop and get stuck again. As for taking steps, but not seeing the scenery around you change and no pathway opens, if you keep taking steps forward, and if you steer clear from forming a loop around yourself, even if the scenery appear the same, you are changing big time, and your pathway is moving closer to you. A path will appear as if from nowhere. I promise you, just trust and keep moving forward. A path will appear as if from nowhere. Trust and keep moving forward. Musings by Amr Abul Hassan.